Hello, you guys awake? Alright. Well, you clicked on the video. Alright. Last time I was here, I did a lot of off-camera stuff. I pretty much finished pulling everything I wanted and I was allowed to have from the donor truck. I have the front and rear drive shafts, the transfer case. I've even got the rear pumpkin out of it to put in the truck I've been working on, converting to four-wheel drive. Anywho's, for those of you that are just joining, I will explain what I was just talking about there. So in the last few videos on this Camo truck back here, I've been working on converting it to four-wheel drive. And in the last 3 videos on that project, you got to see me pull the 2-wheel drive axles, and then we came over to the donor truck, pulled the 4-wheel drive axles, and then put in the 4-wheel drive axles. On the donor truck here, I've got my old 2-wheel drive axles loosely mounted. We just need it to be a roller for when this thing is ready to get hauled out. So yeah, I went ahead and pulled the pumpkin, and first of all, I was only pulling the pumpkin or the differential simply for the ring and pinion. But what I found out, this sumbitch is limited slip. And so far it seems pretty tight. I couldn't turn the, one wheel versus the other. So I think it's in pretty good shape. We're gonna run it. I'm not gonna bother rebuilding it or anything. I'm just gonna throw it in. We do gotta swap some bearings around because they're kinda bad. So in this video, which is kinda not really about the four-wheel drive swap, we're doing some bumper swap stuff. It does involve this truck because this truck is gonna get a bumper from the other truck. So I had to get this bumper off, then the other bumper off, then put this bumper on that truck, then the bumper from that truck needs to go on this one, which means I need to pull that bumper off. That's 3 bumper removals and 2 bumper installs, because this truck isn't getting a bumper because it's a parts truck. So that should be fun. I got my morning coffee. Actually, it's afternoon. And I brought some fire with me. Not fireball, but some stuff for heating up those bolts. So let's get to it. This is either going to be really good or really bad. tire. So that went totally as planned. I didn't really want to drop the bumper, but it's a Ford bumper from the 80s. It's fine. I'm going to pull the bumper off my truck now. So this bumper here, I'm excited to get rid of because it's got some issues. I know I've got an issue here in the bed. Not too worried about that. I could probably hammer that out and repaint it, but I'm gonna leave it. It's a battle wound, you know. In fact, it almost looks like they painted over that. No big deal. I don't really care. But the bumper's not great. So the bench seat that came out of that 88, I put in here for her. This is the main reason why she bought that truck, because she wanted the interior stuff. So we have the seat from it. This seat is awesome. I need to find one just like it so I can put in my both of my 85s. Would be pretty nice because you get the armrest. This one's nice because it has the integrated headrest, so there's no extra piece in there. So it, you know, if you re-dye this to match the interior, it would look pretty good. It already still looks better than the other one. The bench seat that was in it was one of these. This is like what I have in my truck, but it's kind of gotten a little limp on this side. But it's not torn, it's in good shape, so if somebody wants it, let me know. I'll put you in contact with my friend. We're up in Vernonia, Oregon, outside 30 miles from Portland. The mat pockets from the other truck are gonna go in here and clean all this up. Yeah, pretty sweet. So this bumper is gonna be interesting getting off of here. It's got two bolts using the factory location, and then it's got two giant bolts at the top. So it is triangulated at the end of the frame. Oh, what we got there? Big Orby spider. Anyways, look at that bolt up there. Look at the bracket on this. Okay. So the big bolts on this, they're 1 5/16". And there's two pieces of metal, one going like this, one like this, kind of over the bolt. I had to bend them up and out of the way just a little bit, and I was able to get my 1 5/16" socket on there. So we'll try and get the impact in there, and hopefully we can rattle those off. I disconnected all the wires into there, which was one, so we should be free to go. Oh, Nelly. That's a heavy bumper. Alright, I got it. So this side, both sides of the frame at the very end are a little tweaked. So with that being said, this is a little pain in the ass to put on. Earlier in the clip I was banging away with the sledgehammer. Smashed my finger a little bit there. But I was having to bang away at the frame to kind of flatten it out because it was bowed out on both sides. After getting them flattened out, I can kind of hammer it up there. But this passenger side, I had to get a couple bolts in. Once I got it to that position, it was okay to let it hang a little bit. And then once I got to this side, I put the floor jack under it, as you can see here. Got the floor jack in there, jacked it up a little bit, hammered on it, and it just went right into place. So this bad boy right here, you got to bend back a little bit. Gotta get the other socket out there. Jimmy, get out of there! come on. Why won't that get on there? Now, we just we're getting you out. Well, it would appear I have dumbassedly left my thing at home. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, Carlisle. Yeah, there we go. Easy, super easy. No problem though. No issues there. I want to paint this bumper camo green. This ankle catcher right here was on the other bumper, as you probably saw, but now it's on a more proper bumper, so it actually will be useful. This bumper is mounted 3 points with a gigantic bolt at the top of the frame, so I think we'll be able to pull something with it. Really, I don't think you'll damage the bumper. I think it's the frame you'll probably just shred, but you know, hey, we could weld her onto the frame. But yeah, this is great. It kind of, you know, it's a military thing. It's military. It's tough, rugged. Still don't know who makes this thing, but it's obviously been professionally made. But I like it. I just want to paint it camo green. It's not too far off. It's good enough. I think you really have to measure it to get super OCD. And then this was handmade by the guy that, or I think he said he handmade it. It looks like it was handmade. Yeah, just some bar stock welded together. Just a, you know, brush guard, push bumper kind of thing. I think you could probably still push some stuff with it. So this one, this guy made, and I would like to paint this camo green also. I think that would really look good, and maybe we could redo this stuff and do camo green instead of black, because it's already kind of peeling here. So we could maybe sand all this down, do a camo green, and then I want to cut these corners off right here. Just zip, cut that off, and eventually I'm going to get some LED headlights for it, but I want to get the ones that are naturally black, but then when they shine they're super bright. So I would like to do something like that. My next thing to do with this, besides paint the bumpers, which I don't know, we might do it on camera, I don't know. The back end we need to lift up about maybe 3 inches. I have some add-a-leaves to put in it. I just need to order some new U-bolts and centering pins, and we can lift the back end up 3 inches, because I think this came up 2. It might have come up 3, I'm not quite sure. I think we'll paint the center caps camo green. So that's another thing I would like to do. We've got some paint to do. I hope my friend will let me continue using this shop whenever I need to work on this, as long as she's not using it, because this has been really nice. I don't have to worry about weather, you know, rain, snow, or wind, or something annoying people driving by. It's great. And I think eventually we might paint this camo green, like the whole thing. Just do camo green. We'll just clean the barnacles off and hit it with some tractor paint. Yeah, this truck is looking great. I'm so happy with how it's turning out. I like that it sits higher. I don't like when these trucks have their tire, you know, bigger tires tucked like up here. I don't like that look. It gives me, well, I guess it kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety, like you're gonna rub or something. But this, it looks proper. So yeah, we need to take care of some paint. We need to take care of some suspension in the back, and then eventually when I get the 5-speed for it, we can turn our attention to the transfer case, which I might do in another video. I want to go through it, clean it, get it ready. When we get our 5-speed, we can get that sorted out, get that in behind the 300, get that behind the transmission, and we got drive shafts here that will work with this truck. So look at that. Her truck's a long bed standard cab. This one's a long bed standard cab. Long bed standard cab. So yeah, we should be able to just transfer that stuff over. And then we need to get this sorted out with, it's got a bad bearing on the driver's side. So we need to sort that out. I think I'm just gonna reuse bearings from the 8.8 that's in this and slap that together. We're just working with what we have. We're not spending a whole lot of money on this stuff. I'm gonna work with what I got, just get the gear pattern as best I can and slap it together. You know, just, it's kind of like Junkyard Wars, if anybody ever remembers that show. That's basically what I'm doing here. You know, I might put some money into like paint, RTV if I don't have any, some fluids, just simple stuff. All right, I'm having a what? No way moment here. So I don't know if I showed you under this other truck here, my friend's truck. It's getting some of the donor parts. I thought this was interesting. I never seen it before on these, and I'll have to look at my 85. But right here, there's a light. Now I had the wire for this was going through here on my truck. I cut that, and you probably saw it if I haven't edited it out. That's a light. Now check this out. I'm gonna come over to Millie here, which by the way, all the bolts are nice and tight now. This bumper does not budge. So I think this will be fine for towing with. Look under here, and what do we see? Yeah, that's a light. Bulb's probably burnt out, but that's a Ford part. I gotta rewire it, and that wire is pretty well chewed up. I don't know what it runs to, but I bet that's probably a running light. I've never seen this before. I'm gonna look at my other truck and see if I have this. Anyways, I think that's enough blabbing. I'm gonna put her bumper back on, and then she's making dinner, and then I'm gonna go home, clean up, and edit this video so I can have it out to you for Monday. Thank you all for watching. Comment, like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next truck video. Or there's probably gonna be a Porsche video. I'm not looking forward to that, but see you in the next video. Bye.